we provide you the platform to turn your dreams into reality. Give wings to your aspirations with KR Mangalam University.
Today, we take up an issue that is far more than just a question of words. It is about truth, it is about integrity of journalism, it is about standing with the victims, not whitewashing the actions of their killers. The Narendra Modi government has taken formal action against the British Broadcasting Corporation, the BBC, over its coverage of the horrific Pahalgam terror attack. In a strongly worded letter to the BBC's India head, Jackie Martin, the government of India has cited the deep anger and anguish caused by the BBC's reporting. Specifically, the government has objected to the BBC's use of the term militants to describe the terrorist who brutally murdered 26 innocent civilians at a tourist hotspot in Jammu and Kashmir. Now, why does this matter so much? Why is a single word so important that it triggered an official complaint from the government itself? Because words define narratives, and narratives, especially around terror, shape public perception. Today, I will tell you why calling terrorist militants is not just bad journalism, it is morally wrong. First, let's be clear about the facts. What happened in Pahalgam was not rebellion. It was a targeted attack of people against unarmed innocent civilians. And those who carried it out were not militants. They were terrorists because the deliberate organized killing of civilians for political or ideological aims is the very definition of terrorism. Now contrast that with the word militant. A militant is someone who fights for a cause, often aggressively or violently, but not necessarily by targeting innocents. Militants could be political activists taking part in an armed struggle, often against the armed forces. Let me elaborate more. Definition of militant is a person vigorously active and aggressive, especially in support of a cause. Do you see the difference? A militant may be engaged in a conflict. A terrorist deliberately kills civilians to spread fear. And that distinction is not a matter of semantics. It is a matter of principle. It is about recognizing who the victims are and who the perpetrators are. When media outlets like the BBC label terrorists as militants, they blur that line. They soften the crime. They mask the brutality. Imagine being the family of one of those killed in Pahalgam. Imagine reading an article that refuses to even call the killers by their true names. It is not just misleading, it is insulting. This time, the government of India has said enough is enough. The responsibility for the Pahalgam attack lies squarely with the Resistance Front, a proxy group of the Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba, a terror group banned internationally, recognized globally as a terrorist organization. Yet, through a combination of poor word choices and misleading framing, a mainstream outlet risked flipping the story, portraying the attacker as the attacked. Journalism carries immense power, and with that power comes immense responsibility. Words are not neutral. Every headline, every adjective, they either reveal the truth or hide it. When terror strikes, clarity is not optional, it is essential. Today I call upon the global media, call a terrorist, because when you fudge the truth, you do not just betray your readers, you betray the very idea of journalism itself.